Today we're going to discuss about that. Uh, what are the things, how we're going to start the session? Okay, so this is normally how we're going to take the session. So in the treasury session, or I mean, when I take the session, what are the things I'll consider it? So normally we start with the first of all, as you know, SAP Treasury cannot work a standalone basis. That means, like any other module, it is a module which works on the other system. Let's say you have to have a company code or all your enterprise structures, cost centers like controlling area, all this setting has to be there. So we call it as an FI org structure, then FI CO controlling setup. All this has to be configured first. Once we configure the entire structures, like your company code, your profit center, your enterprise structures. Uh, After that only, controlling area, your cost center, your profit center hierarchy, all these things once we set up, only then we can go to the TRM org structure. Okay, TRM organization structure. After we learn the TRM organization structure, and TRM organization structure has a two org structure in under TRM. One would be general org structure, and another one would be accounting org structure. So once all the configurations would be in place, we start our product by product configurations. So first we'll go with the money market product. We'll learn about money market. What is money market? Which market is called money market? And under that, there are different products are there, financial instruments. So how are we going to start? We start with the what is the business? What is the product details? Like, your business understanding, business process, I would say. First of all, we understand how the product works, how the business processing of this particular financial instruments. Then we understand the accounting part of it, and then we go to the reporting part of it, right? And all these things I'll be discussing based on all my recent implementation experience. So whatever the scenarios I'll be going to discuss, these are all practical scenarios, practical business scenarios, which I have done in my recent implementations, come from my recent implementation experience. So all these details I'm going to share. So this would be my pattern. So we're not only going to just start doing the configuration. No, we understand how the product, how it works in business, how the accounting part of it, how the reporting part of it. Yeah. So this would be my, and when I'm talking about, then we'll start after doing these things, we'll start the end-to-end configurations of, and after the end-to-end configuration, we'll understand the end-to-end um, end user activities or end user activities end to end. So when I'm saying end to end, we will take the all the maximum, all the scenarios, not the maximum, all the scenarios which would be applied for each of this product type. Let's say when you talk about the um, fixed deposits or a commercial papers or let's say interest rate instruments. Normally, what are the month-end activities we have? We have accrual posting, we have a deferral posting. But when it comes to securities, the month-end activities are different. There is some kind of amortizations of the your if any bonds has been issued at a premium or at a discount, we have to see how the amortization to be done. Or let's say if business wanted to see They wanted to amortization, the total cost of the bond that can be done. Or also there is a called mark to market concept, right? Where we update every month what is the current price of the stock or bonds, or all these mutual funds in case of mutual funds we are investing in. So all these activities would get varied from securities to securities. Like in case of uh, forex, foreign exchange, there would be called mark to market or forward contract rate. So the valuation would be that would be your month end valuation. So we'll understand all these things product by product. The month end activities is also part of these activities. And yes, at the end we also learn about the cutover activities, which is most important part of it. This is how. Now the question comes. This isn't just an overview, and this is a question comes. Why? Why we go with the SAP Treasury module? Why? Like normally the question may comes like if you go for any implementation, why the Treasury module comes? Like when I go for any implementations, we'll see normally what is the purpose. So we normally give the the scenarios like what the capabilities of SAP S4 HANA Treasury and Risk Management module, what are the things it can be done. So many challenges we find as I discussed in the initial days, like challenges, common challenges, right? What are the common challenges? So common challenges, if you see, the people like if you see many organizations, they have not implemented SAP Treasury in SAP, they are still working all these things into the Excel. So the first thing, the common challenges we find it, all manual activities of treasury operations maintained in Excel. So when you maintain all these things in the Excel, so your activities would be huge. Like, you have to do a lots of. So this next thing it comes, lots of manual work. Okay. So when you do everything in Excel, you don't have a proper system. So the activities would be huge. It is not like that, like, they are maintaining one or two. No, the activities like their month-end activities, all sort of calculations, the risk perspective, the various parameters, various way to measuring the risk, that is everything you maintain in Excel. So lots of Excel, not only from the transaction point of view, but also from the, many times it happens that there is an approval mechanism. They have to send the email or via all the Excel to the someone, and from there again they will say, "Yeah, I have approving all these things." So, and this is one of the process-oriented things what I'm talking about. But at the same time, when you see the reporting part of it, it is all are maintained in Excel, and it's a very tedious job. Like if we have seen many of the places where they are doing the things in Excel, and they are it's a very, very painful. Like, this month end activity is a never ending process. It's going on and on. A lot of exercise, lot of things, lot of data from here and there they have to go and maintain. And it's a lot of painful. So next problem, what we've seen that segregation of the duties. Segregation of duties. So what happened whenever you see any organization structure of treasury? So the organization structure is something like your when we talk about the normal organization structure of treasury, we talk about the uh, front office, middle office, back office. So these are basically the entire treasury organization are lying in these three areas. So there would be one team who would be front office team, middle office team, and the back office team. So there is no segregation of duties because everything is maintained in Excel. So segregation of duties cannot be assigned in that way. Okay. And many other month-end activities. Now we come to the month-end activities. Many month-end activities being performed in manually in Excel, right? So all this month-end activities, many month-end activity, Many reporting, I mean, almost all the reportings are maintained in Excel. So these are the common challenges. When you're doing everything, so you have to spend a lot of time to not only maintain the transaction level data, but also you have to maintain the reporting level data. You have to send segregation. You have to maintain the segregation of duties like front office, middle office, back office, lot of email exchanges, lot of Excel work. So these are the common challenges we see. And like when you say that books of account, like if you have to maintain multiple books of account, multiple valuation area, right? Multiple valuation areas, or multiple books of account if you want to maintain. So that is also a challenges. Again, multiple same report has to be maintained for multiple valuations, multiple books of accounts, right? So these are the common challenges to not to go with the SAP Treasury. Now, the question is why. So point was that like the SAP Treasury was never be a focus in the earlier days. If you're talking about 5, 10 years back, like if you're talking about like 4, 5 years back also. Um, Recent days, I mean last 2, 3 years onward, I can see Treasury has come to an important part. Like in the sense like there's a huge demand in the market. There is no Treasury consultant available. Previously, what happened, we always see in the market there are, there is a requirement from the, FICO, finance controlling, RAR module or FSCM module like credit collection, dispute management. So this treasury and risk management module was not having much demand at that point of time because no consultant was available. Very, very limited consultant was available that point of time, and that's the reason there's no proper focus on that. So once the S4 HANA came into picture, last 3 years you could have seen that there will be huge and huge demand from, and huge marketing has been done on the treasury and risk management point of view. And after that only there's a sudden shift, like people, there is a requirement, huge requirement, that there is a lot of implementation happening, lot of customers who are not aware about the actual functions of SAP treasury and risk management module, how it can ease their day-to-day activities, and how it can maintain the proper segregation of duties, month-end activities, all the reporting, all the activities, transaction level or master data reporting can be done, I mean, into the system without doing any manual activities. So that is the reason, people now going with SAP Treasury modules, and that's the reason now lot more requirement is coming. Many companies are now, they stop doing all these activities into Excel. Now they properly understand now these activities, what are they are doing it from the years. This can be done in the directly into the system, and it can be done in a much better way. I mean, once it is implemented, all the manual efforts, manual works completely stop, because in treasury module you can all this accounting posting happening automatically. No need to select the manual GL account, because what happened was a point of time when all these treasury modules are being maintained in the FI posting. I mean, what they are doing it, let's say a business wanted to post some treasury posting. Let's say they invest the money into, let's say, fixed deposit or the shares or a bond. What they do, they create a GL account called investment in bond, and that's how they are posting it. But in that posting, what the problem was, it cannot done, because when you're posting the things in FI, you have to select the GL account. There is no way. So the problem is, uh, when you maintain everything in the Excel, so you do not mean you have to. The other problem is that when you, let's say, you have not implemented SAP module, the other things what we found, business usually do these activities in the FI module. So let's say they done some investment in the fixed deposit. They what they do, they select the GL account. So simply select GL account and do the posting. Okay, so do that. Now, problem here is whenever you do this posting into the GL account, you have to remember in GL account there is a very limited fields. Example, SAP Treasury require lots of information, let's say from any sort of investment. When I talk about a fixed deposit, so what are the information we require? Let's say a front office or middle office or back office require a proper accounting, proper information about the fixed deposit. What is the start date of the fixed deposit? What is the end date of the fixed deposit? What is the rate of interest of the fixed deposit? Whether it's a simple interest or the compound interest, whether it's an what is the effective interest rate, what is the month end accruals to be performed. So these are the many activities which cannot be done automatically. Now, what is the advantage when you implement? Now, what happens when you implement this treasury module? Let's say, I'm keeping a line. Benefits of implementing TRM module. Now, what are the advantages happen? You can see that the first advantage it would be all your accounting posting. Let's say all the accounting posting. No, first of all, this is not a main thing. Main first major activities would be all the operational day-to-day operational activities being performed in SAP system. Okay, this is the first activity. Second activities would be the segregation of duties. There is an you can properly assign the roles, like what has to be done, what can be done by the front office team, what can be done by middle office team, and what the activities to be performed by the back office team. Actually speaking, all these activities are already been defined in the organization structure. Like what are the activities being performed by the front office team? Middle office team, what are the activities performed? Middle office team perform the activities like scrutinizing what is being created by the front office team. Like let's say if I do some posting, the transactions or deal, whether I have done as per the can you all see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
My screen is
Yes, sir.
visible to, okay. Okay. So what are the activities being performed? Like middle office team will be performing the activities called scrutinizing what is being created by the front office team. Also, check the repayment schedule, validate the various perform various variable rate of interest activities. Like let's say when you've taken a loan in the variable rate of interest, let's say MIBOR, Mumbai Interbank Offer Rate. So what will happen when the rate of interest get changes, MIBOR changes, it is the activities of the middle office team who will perform the activities of interest rate changes. Then there are like that there are many activities you can segregate. And how you're going to segregate the duties based on the role, right? Based on the transaction codes and role which you define, and based on that we we can define, okay, these are the team, these are the user group who are the middle office team and having access of this particular transaction code. So based on this transaction codes, they are able to execute on the specific. So this is the way we properly maintain the segregation of the duties. Now, what are the things? All these manual activities get completely stopped because in Treasury, all these things are either you are talking about the accounting posting or accrual or deferral posting or mark to market posting. All these things are happening automatically. That means when I'm saying automatically means what I'm trying to say, I need not to go and select the GL account and do the posting. So for that, all the account determination has to be done at the time of implementation only. So based on the account determinations, once we maintain, so accounting posting all happen automatically. So we can, there is a transaction code called TBV1. When you execute, all the accounting document get posted. And business, if they want, they can schedule the particular job into the background schedule job so that every 10 and 15 minutes or after 1 hour, the TVB1 gets executed automatically and they could only see the accounting posting of it. So that way, many automations means all these things is automatic based on the account determination configurations. Okay. So, and the books of accounts, you can maintain multiple, multiple books of accounts, multiple books of accounts, because once you post it, it will post to the multiple ledgers, non-leading ledgers. So that also have been, I mean, it is automatic. So once you maintain that, the settings valuation area, it will post to the multiple, ledgers. So with that, so not only that, you also get an alert functionality. Suppose if you wanted to see alert, alert in the sense, example, if I wanted to see how many of my deals has been created, how many has been, its a maturity date is near next month or 2 months after, I can see in the report. It's called alert management. You can also make some enhancement to the alert and the alert will send to particular user and they will get the notification, okay, this particular uh, FD is getting matured. And month-end activities also, you can schedule a background job, you can automate this thing. So what my point is, all these activities can be automated with the configurations. All the segregation of duties can be done. Multiple books of accounts can be maintained. All the day-to-day operations will be performed in the SAP system only, right? So these are the common challenges, and this is the benefit of implementing SAP TRM module. Now, let's go to the system. We understand this treasury module a bit. Now, this would be your system. So all you'll be getting an access to this system. So now you can see this is our S4 system. We'll go to the SPRO, SAP reference IMG. And now you can see all your, now you can see financial supply chain management. This is the folder. And inside this folder, we have all this module. Now, FSCM, uh, the credit management, collection, dispute management, like the previously, the credit management was a part of SAP sales and distributions. Now it is completely removed from the SD module, and now it is a part of your FSCM module. So now treasury is also part of FSCM, but when you talk about the financial supply chain management, it is a very huge module. It has a very huge things. Like inside that FSC, FSCM, we have a credit management, biller direct, a collection management, dispute management, bank communication management, in-house cash management, advance payment management, many things of it. Out of that, our focus area would be SAP Treasury and Risk Management. So under the SAP Treasury and Risk Management, we have this transaction manager. And when you click on this transaction manager, you can see all these details. Like you can see general settings, you can see product group. These are called product group. You can see money market, foreign exchange, securities, listed derivative, OTC derivative, trade finance, right? And also you can see basic analyzer setting, market risk analyzer, credit risk analyzer, portfolio analyzer, like that. So example, as I say, SAP, um, you know, our treasury module cannot work alone with this only treasury. Let's say if your company, the company very trying to implement this, we don't have any module. We just wanted to implement treasury. It will not work. So because in order to implement the SAP treasury module, you need to post to because anything which you wanted to post, where you going to post it? You're going to post it to your company code. So you have to do all your company code setting. When I'm talking about the company code setting, I'm not only talking about the only company code creation. It requires a lot of other information, like your complete enterprise structures. So what our thing is, when you start doing the configuration, we'll start doing the configuration from this enterprise structures. So we'll go first, we'll understand all the basic configuration which is required from the financial accounting. Let's say company code details, copy, delete, check company code, then your controlling area, then your business area. It's now obsolete. We're not going to do that. What is segment? How to create a segment? Controlling area. Why we require a controlling area? Because many postings, many sort of posting in treasury where you require to post it to the cost centers. Let's say you have to post to particular cost centers. Um, like there is some expenses or there is some charges which you wanted to post to cost centers. So if you wanted to update anything in the cost center, you need to implement the controlling area, because controlling area is the thing where you have to, once you activate from there in the controlling area, you activate the with different indicator, different tools of controlling. So cost center account cannot be implemented without creating a controlling area. So we're going to see all these basic settings of the enterprise structure, right from the company code creation, segment creation, profit center creation, document splittings, right? Then your latest setting, all these things. Once we create that one, then we go to our next organization structure, that is called the treasury. And you can see treasury also, it has got an organization structure. So you can see the organization structure under the general settings. And there is one more organization structure that would be under accounting. And you can see there is a one more organization structure which talks about the valuation, accounting code, assign accounting to the valuation area, all about. So we going to understand all these things, and let's come back to the treasury module. So as you can see under the transaction manager, we have many things under the transaction management. Yeah, sorry. We have a money market, we have a foreign exchange, we have a security. Now, what are these? These are the product group. Means under the money market, there are many products are there. We are grouping together all the product related to the money market, and that's why it's called mm, money market. It's not a product, it's a product group. So under the money market, what is money market? Money market refers to a bank or a financial institutions from where we we buy various instruments. Let's say we take current account from the bank, right? We take loans from the bank. At the time of issuing commercial paper, we take the help of a bank to issue a commercial paper. We also take various facilities from the bank, right? Current account, your various loans, your short-term loan, your cash credit, your overdraft facilities, everything we take it from the bank. And that's why under the money market, under the transaction manager, you can see product type. And inside that, you can see there are so many product types are there. These are the standard product type. Fixed term deposit, deposit at notice, commercial paper, cash flow transactions, uh, interest rate instrument, fiduciary deposit, syndicate facility, bilateral, current account style instrument. So these are various financial instruments which is by the bank to the corporates. Now we are, let's say, what is our purpose here? To learn. So example, we'll create one company code called Treasury Training Company Code, and there will be a corporate who will going to interact with the bank to buy those financial instruments, and we'll see how this business process is to be, I mean, what are the business process followed by each corporates when they are dealing with this financial instrument with the bank. Okay, so so that is the thing. That is the thing. So like that, we have a product group for money market. Similarly, we have a product group. If you go to the product type, the financial, even foreign exchange has a different product type. What are those product type? It has gotten foreign exchange, FX, non-deliverable forwards, FX, hedge accounting. So like that, if you go to the securities module, you can see there are under transaction manager, not here, master data, product type. One minute, yeah, define product type. You can see there are different product types. The product type is nothing but a various financial instruments. The financial instruments in SAP's term, it's called the product type. So this is how we're going to learn all this, configurations, all this basic configuration first, and then we come to the organization structure, and then we go to the TRM organization structure, and after it's done, all the organization will one by one will go and do this product level configurations. Now, now what happened? All the configurations will be performing in the SAP Treasury, but the execution part of it will be performing in the SAP Fiori app library, right? One minute. I think Fury have not been installed. Okay. So what we'll do, all these executions will be performed under the Fury app library. So what will happen, you will also see um, how the new reports look like, how the screen, because um, you may be knowing that SAP is emphasizing more on the SAP Fiori rather than going through the SAP GUI screen. Like this is SAP graphical user interface, and the screens is very much older. Like if you go to the SAP screen, of course we have a very much attachment to this SAP GUI screen because many years we are only seeing this particular screen only. But going forward, the SAP suggestion also going forward, they actually want everybody should go and use the SAP Fury app library. What is the advantage of it? The Fury app library, the looks and feels are, very good. Like in the sense, you will be getting, you can see the dashboard sort of report with the bar chart, different chart, different kind of graphs you can see in the report, which is not available in SAP GUI, and the screen also has been done in a better way. Like if you see the once we'll go to the because all the transaction will be performed in the SAP Fury app library. So we'll try to execute everything, all the transactions, all the reports we'll try to see in the Fury app library. We'll rarely come to the SAP. SAP GUI will only do the configuration part of it. Remaining all the activities will be performed in the Fury app library. All the reports will be exploring from the Fury app library. Yeah. Now, so this is the think of it, and so all you'll be receiving, all be getting your server access, this server access, where you can do and you configure all the system access. I mean, you'll be having the system access, and based on that, you start doing the configuration of it. Okay. So that is the thing all about. So that's what I'm just trying to think. Shall we start doing the configuration basic setup? What do you think? Or should we discuss more on the theoretical part of it?
Uh, Hello, Abhi.
Yeah, yeah, hi.
So for each topic, first you will be explaining the theoretical part and then go for the configuration, or directly you go for the configuration.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Am I audible?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you are
So my
audible.
question is, yeah,
So,
yeah.
Mhm. basic
My question,
basic organization settings, I feel there is not much discussions on that. We will
yes.
understand the basic. When it comes to the SAP Treasury product, I already told you this would be my way of doing the thing, right?
Okay, okay,
So
okay,
I think this is your answer to your question.
okay, fine.
Okay. So, so let's do one thing. Without wasting much time, what we do now, today we're going to start because this is how the agenda is. Now let's start and do the configuration. Let's do the basic configuration into the SAP system because what happened is all you have to configure your stuff into the SAP system. So let's understand what are the main basic configurations are required. I've already created a document. Let me open that one. Just give me 2 minutes. Let me open the document. Just give me a 2 minutes, please. So in this group, is there anyone who are not from the SAP FI background or they don't know about anything about the SAP? Samarpan Dutt,
Yes, I am from
Irfan,
FICO BCM consultant.
Shweta, Krishna
Hello.
Chaitanya.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes. You are from FICO background. Fine. How about Shweta?
Yes, I'm new to this.
You are not exposed to SAP, anything on the SAP? Means you don't know anything about SAP? Or this first time you are
Uh,
learning SAP?
yes, I'm learning it for second time.
Okay. So are you aware about the FICO configurations or you are completely not aware?
No, sir, I'm not aware.
Okay. Isra,
I'm
I
aware of.
think I know you. Krishna, I think we spoke to, I think you're aware about, and Isra, you're also aware about, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So it's up to you if you want to stay here because we mostly today we're going to discuss about the basic organization structure of FICO and other stuffs. So if you feel you already, I'm sure you all be knowing about that one. So it's up to you if you wanted to see the recordings later part of it, you can do that. Okay. Because I'll be discussing because Shweta, she's very new here. She's not aware about this one. So that's the reason. Okay. So it's not a problem. Like if you wanted to stay, stay, but I'll be doing the same stuff, which you already know about that. Okay. So, Shweta, so this is the
Yes.
Excel sheet. Yes. Anybody is saying something? Parimal Cinebas, you are also from FI background, I guess, Srinivas?
So I think I am more a technical ABAP, and I have also done
Ah,
worked on projects on the technical side, but I've not done a functional FICO.
okay. So you and Shweta. Okay, fine then. So what I'll do, I will share this Excel to you all. Okay. So here I have mentioned what are the steps to be performed in order to maintain the org structure. So let me update this org structure. So the first and basic thing is to maintain the company code. So where you go and maintain the company code, you have to go to the enterprise structure, definition, and don't worry, I 1 minute, just one. Hope you can able to see my screen and you can hear me, right? So the first configurations, what we're going to do it here, it is there in this Excel. So we're going to create a company. Can you all hear me? Am I audible? Sana,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So the